Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Money Talk with Melanie. I am your business diva, Melanie Collette, and my guest this evening is Dan Thomas. He is the marketing director at XYZBuys. We have kind of an interesting topic today. We're going to talk about wealth distribution through commissioned marketing. Hey, Michelle, Shannon, David, Doug, Dwight, Jackie, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Welcome to the Facey Chat. Happy Friday to you guys. TGIF. Yeah, that's how that goes. I haven't said that in a long time. I haven't said that in a long time. Hi, Liam. Oh, the one and only Kenneth McClinton is here. Little known fact, Kenneth McClinton is the person who created the business diva herself, created Money Talk with Melanie, gave me my start. And so big shout out to Kim McClinton. Love you, brother. All right. So let's see. What did I want to talk about? Oh, well, President Trump is having a meeting with North Korea, apparently. Oh, and I do have a brand new mug. I know that you all are very interested in my mugs. And it has a happy face on it. So I thought you guys might like that. For those of you in SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio land, welcome, by the way, broadcasting live via SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you so much for listening. But yeah, President Trump is going to meet with North Korea, which I think is like unprecedented, is my understanding. It's never happened. So I'm kind of, listen, the political person in me is like, oh my gosh, it's like the greatest thing ever. And then the like Christian person who knows the Bible is kind of freaked out because like I'm like, are we like really close to some like semi-utopia kind of situation going on? Like it's really crazy. Although I don't think it looks that way around the world, but America, these United States are doing quite well right now. I'm sure some people would disagree, but I think in comparison to most recent years, I think we are doing significantly better. So Kim Jong-il, I think he's the has agreed to meet with President Trump. I guess those sanctions have been working, so good for him. In addition to that, robust jobs in February, 313,000 jobs according to Reuters. And you know, only 200,000 were predicted. So we are seriously kicking butt with the jobs market. That is not a bad thing. That's a very good thing. I want to say hi to Jerry and Ellen and Steve and Sean. Hello, and Harry. Hi. All of you in the Facey Chat, welcome and happy Friday to you. I swear this is coffee, nothing else, despite the fact that it's Friday. Just saying, it's Friday. It's Friday afternoon. Chris Gaines, welcome to the Facey Chat. China apparently is less than delighted about the tariffs, which they, you know, frankly, and I'm speaking of the tariffs on steel and aluminum that President Trump has authorized. And, you know, they really have a lot of nerve, frankly. I'm just like, we're absolutely getting killed, you know, with what they charge for our stuff. And they don't want us to charge anything. Like, stop. What are you doing? I just don't. Now, when the Prime Minister of Switzerland was here the other day, he, and I mean in the United States, visiting the White House, and a reporter asked him about how he felt about our tariffs and et cetera. And, you know, he talked about how he tried desperately not to diss us, but he's basically talked about how much bigger we are. So I think the narrative is going to be that, you know, the United States has this big economy and all this money and all these resources, and we're just being big bullies. But it's like, no, we just want to be treated fairly. I mean, and, you know, from a national security standpoint, it's a significant issue. So I think that's relevant. Now, for all you Netflix people out here, according to Netflix, 70% of live streams are viewed on TVs. And the mantra here, I guess, or the message here is that TV isn't dead. 75% of the signups occur on mobile devices, which makes a lot of sense. But most of the time, people watch it on television. So I guess they're saying, you know, people with regular televisions, don't throw them out yet. Don't freak out. The television market is live and well. And the thing is, hey, Philip Turner, David, Levon, hello. The thing about it is, you can watch the stuff anywhere and everywhere, but I suppose the most comfortable place to watch anything is on your TV. My mom has all that stuff. I bought her Roku for Christmas a couple of years ago, and she absolutely loves it. Loves it. So, I mean, it's not, as far as the visual services market is concerned, it's not dead at all. One more thing I just want to mention real quick is that there's a school walkout march coming up, and as some of you know, I'm a public school teacher, and there's a march coming up. Well, here's how they're marketing it as against the Second Amendment. No, I'm sorry, they're marketing it as an anti-gun violence protest, and they're getting kids involved. But the rub of the anti-gun violence protest is the how they want to get there, which is by watering down or getting rid of the Second Amendment, which of course we can't have. And in addition to that, to assume, yeah, right is right, Doug. To assume that every parent would want their kid participating in that, and frankly, that every teacher would want to participate in that. But that's the narrative, and that's how they do it. So all you conservative parents out there, I would keep an eye out on the next couple of weeks for that march. And if you don't want your kids to participate, I would say so, frankly. Oh, and here's the real rub. Brought to you by the ladies that did those wonderful, awesome pink hats. You know, the baby killers. Like, you're going to lecture me about gun violence when you're killing, thousands of babies every year. I really don't want to hear it from you, to be frank. So I'm just saying, I don't mean to be mean, but I don't think that they stand and have any moral high ground on this issue. And I resent the fact that they're going to be using public schools and kids to further their agenda. It's crap. Just saying. Did I mince words, or was I clear about what I think about that? Just saying. So, ladies and gents, like I said, you conservative parents out there, I would give a check and look at the schedule, because I know a friend of mine in another school, their school is doing it sometime next week. So some schools may not be participating in the actual national walkout. Hashtag enough. I'm like, you darn right it's enough. Enough of you. Never mind. Okay. Let me chill and go to a commercial break. You're listening to Money Talk with Melanie. I'm your business diva, Melanie Collette. My guest today is Dan Thomas from XYZBuys. He's the marketing director there. He's going to talk to us about commissioned marketing and wealth distribution, which I'm sure you all are very interested in, because it's kind of I've never talked to someone from an economic standpoint about that, so I'm excited about that. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Sponsored by the Tri-County Liberty Coalition. Evil mission to disarm law-abiding Americans reigns on. Hello, I'm Ron Edwards. On today's page from the Edwards Notebook, the horrendous shooting at Majority Stone and Douglas High School in Broward County, Florida, was itself horrible enough. But rather than mobilize and quickly adopt real solutions to such events, the consortium of leftist activists and government officials who should understand the concept of properly enforcing laws and doing away with actual criminals rather than law-abiding sovereign citizens that have done no harm. It was a disturbed individual whom law enforcement officials were all well aware of who committed the crime. But according to a report that ran probably only one time on ABC's Good Morning America, a teacher said that she saw someone in full police gear shooting in the school hallway as she was gathering students into her classroom to avoid gunfire. Now, if officials were so serious about safety of students, they would spend their time enforcing laws already on the books and concentrate on putting away murdering thugs permanently. The NRA and law-abiding gun owners are not guilty of wrongdoing and should be left alone. Government is supposed to bring fear into the hearts of evildoers and protection for law-abiding Americans. If not, then it should be replaced. I'm Ron Edwards, sponsored by the Tri-County Liberty Coalition.
Ron Edwards, the new voice of America.
And we're back. Have I ever mentioned that I love and adore Ron Edwards? I think I may have mentioned it a zillion times. And if you love the pages from his notebook, make sure you check his show out, which is right before mine on Fridays at 4 o'clock right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. Make sure that you do that. Okay. Without further ado, I want to talk a little bit about the guest that I have on this evening. His name is Dan Thomas. He's the marketing director from XYZBuys. He graduated from the University of North Carolina in Greensboro with a degree in mathematics and a finance minor, real smarty pants. He was a member of Alpha Phi Omega Service Fraternity. And he also graduated from Florida State University, Tallahassee, Florida, with an MS degree in applied statistics and a minor in accounting. Without further ado, welcome Dan Thomas.
Well, thank you, Melanie. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm great. Listen, I'm always jealous of math people. I'm a teacher, and I've always wanted to teach math, but I don't think I can pass the calculus portion. Like, I would legitimately get of the standardized test that you have to get your certification. Let me clarify that. Because the math certification for teaching is quite difficult. But I love people with math degrees. I feel honored. I honestly do.
Well, let me help you manage your expectations, because it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Oh, come on, statistics. Well, I was working on I was in this class and I was talking to an education advisor, and I was like, am I gonna have to take 2 more statistics classes? And this was just like a little bit above another degree. And he was like, well, you've already had 4, so these next 2 are going to be super easy. And I was like, yeah, but no, statistics. Terrible statistics. But anyway, let's talk about XYZBuys and what it is exactly that you do and what commissioned marketing is. Let's talk about that first.
Okay, well, let me explain what XYZBuys is, the whole concept behind it.
Sure.
We are a virtual online mall. Think of XYZBuys as this virtual mall, and XYZBuys is the anchor tenant. Now, it's a store. It sells all kinds of products and services, much like Amazon, although we're not as big as Amazon, not yet. But that's optimism. But,
right.
We do the same thing. It's the same general product line. About 2.5 million items, and we have various programs in place that we want to reward the long-term shoppers. So we keep track of people's purchases if they will register with us, and based on their continued purchases, we keep increasing the amount of discount that we automatically apply. We call that our Club Savings Program. So we want to, we're not like people that will offer you 90% off to get you in the door, and then once you're a loyal customer, well, it's open season on you. You know, just open your wallet, leave your credit cards on the table. We reward the long-term person. But we also, in our mall, we opened up, just as you would walk into any mall store, you have your little mall stores, you know, for whatever. Well, in our mall, we have name brands up to and including all kinds of specialty stores. For instance, we have Amazon, Best Buy, CVS Pharmacy, we have Macy's, we have Walmart, and then we have some smaller stores, very upscale, called Le Chateau of Montreal, Canada is one. Oasap, Ladies Fashion Stores is another one. There's just a myriad of others. You can even book vacation packages on Sandals Resorts and book it on Hilton. So we have something for everyone. And the reason that we wanted to establish this is because there's three distinct groups of people that we want to come into the mall and derive value from it. And the first one, of course, is the retail shopper, the person who just wants to come in. They want everything in one place. They want the safety of shopping at home or shopping on their smartphones or their laptops or wherever it is. It's a real hassle to go to the mall, and it's getting more and more dangerous, with shootings. I heard you talking about the schools and whatnot, gun control. But we offer a safe environment. I mean, if your home isn't safe, well, that's about the last holdout of safety, But we want the retail shopper to come in, and if they don't see the product from our store, then we've got 125 plus other stores that they can go to and just shop till they drop. And it also it provides a way that now I don't know a lot of men that do this. The ladies used to go to Tupperware parties, and I'll even own up to I went to one because I was the only man, and there were a lot of very pretty ladies there. But,
smart man.
Not that I had any ulterior motives other than Tupperware, of course.
Of course.
But, of course not. But ladies could bring their laptops and get together for coffee and just chit chat, and they can come into the mall and they can have an XYZBuys party. And just everybody, look what's over at Macy's. Hey, look what XYZ has. Hey, look what's at Best Buy. That sort of thing. So we want to make it fun. We want to make it fun to start with, because if it's not fun, people aren't going to do it.
That's very true. So if you are like me and are a huge fan of Amazon, which I am admitting, like so much so like they need to send me a check for real. Like I've talked about them so much on the show. But what is the advantage, would you say, the competitive advantage over at Amazon?
Well, actually, we're not competing with Amazon. We have Amazon as one of our anchor stores.
Okay.
So if you come into XYZBuys, in a sense, it's like you just walk into a mall and you cut through, say, Sears or Phillips or Neiman Marcus, or you cut through some big name store and go into the mall and then walk into Amazon.
Okay.
Here's where it works. You then log on to Amazon just like you normally do. It's the same as if you went directly to them online. But while you're there shopping, if you want something at Amazon, you're right there. It's right there. We make it convenient.
Okay.
Because you see, you may also want to be getting something from Best Buy that Best Buy has a better price than Amazon. Well, you're right there. Come into XYZBuys and you're right there. And who knows, maybe if you'll take a little bit of time to check the prices of our products, we have, and I've just done spot checking. This is not an official, as it is, report, but I have found over half of the products that I normally buy through Amazon, I have found that XYZBuys is anywhere from 10 to 30, 40% less.
Wow.
So we offer very competitive prices against Amazon. So, we'll make it worth your while to take a look.
You have a dating category now. I'm definitely cracking up. You have a dating category. You have a BitShares category, which actually we've had the people from BitShares on the show talking about cryptocurrency. But that's interesting. I'm going to put the link in the Facebook chat just so people can see it. I'm going to put it in there now. And so now, what is
all directly? If you see the category called shopping links,
yes,
that is all of our stores in alphabetical order as best we could. That just come in and take a look. If you don't see it there, well, then it's the old saying: if you didn't find it here, you got to go to another mall.
So all your Christmas shopping all in one place. You don't have to keep roaming around.
No, you don't. It's right there. It's convenience and it's safety and it's security. Because all of our merchants, including XYZBuys, We use the latest encrypted technology for credit card transactions. Safety is number one to us.
That's
We want
excellent.
you to feel good and have fun. That's the whole thing. Have fun while you're doing it.
Okay, so I want to ask you, that's a lay of the land as far as the consumer side. What is the commissioned marketing structure? What is that?
Okay, what that gets into the second thing, the second group that we want to address. And that is, if you notice Amazon, you can become an Amazon affiliate.
Yes.
Meaning if you give your link to someone and they go to Amazon and they buy products, you get a commission.
Yes.
Well, trouble is, it's only Amazon. With us, when you go into the stores or you go into XYZBuys, we make it possible for you to become what we call a free affiliate. You can join for free, and you will get a link that when your friends, family, or whoever, so it could be total strangers, when they go to that link and they shop and they purchase XYZBuys products, or they go to the other stores and buy, you will get a commission as an affiliate based on the shopping of other people. So it becomes,
you don't have to
the commission, then you didn't make money. It just becomes a part-time second income to you.
Okay, and so this is not, a lot of times with affiliates, you have to have you have to have your own website where you can post the link for other people to do that. In this case, are you saying all you need is the link and perhaps have to post it on social media? Is that how that works? How do you get
you could post your link. However, what I recommend is that people go to companies like GoDaddy.com or POL Domains and purchase their own. It's only like $10 or $12. Purchase a generic URL like supportmelanie.com or shopwithmelanie.com, and that website that you have then points to your affiliate link in XYZBuys. So anytime someone clicks on Support Melanie, they go immediately into your affiliate site, and any purchase is made, you derive a commission. We pay monthly commissions on this.
Okay, and does that what comes to mind are like your Ebates sites, shop.com, gift.com.
Sure.
Does that, you have differences in that way, or is the affiliate program the really big difference there?
Oh no, it's the big difference is that let's say you become an Amazon affiliate, and you give your link to all your friends. Well, a couple of your friends say, I think I would like to do that. I'm going to become an Amazon affiliate. Well, guess what? When they give out their link and people buy through them, they're the ones getting the commission. Amazon, unfortunately, forgets that you exist because they do not have marketing levels. In other words, you lost your person. They went off on their own.
I see. Okay.
But with XYZBuys, we said, no, wait a minute, that's not right. What's right is that if you came in and you're an affiliate and you brought someone else in, you should also receive a commission on that other person's customer sales. So you add the marketing levels.
Okay, and so that's what commissioned marketing is.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
got it.
It's, absolutely.
Because quite frankly, I had not heard of that.
Yeah, it's sort of I don't know if you remember the days of Amway and some of the other multi-level marketing companies that they came, they went.
Yep.
But that was the general theory behind them. But we took it, we refined it. We said, they had a good idea, but the products were way overpriced. The commissions were outrageous. It's certainly not relevant to people's day-to-day existence and what they can buy from the store. So we refined it and basically made it work like it should have worked all along.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes it more fair. So now, and I knew that question was coming up. It was on my mind. My friend Celeste in the Facebook chat asked the question, is it a multi-level marketing plan?
Yes, it can. Yes, it is at that point. Although it's the old saying, it does not have to become that, but that flexibility is there once a person who comes in as a free affiliate, once they start building what we call the downline or multiple levels of marketing activity, then it becomes multi-level, and that person can upgrade their membership because they're making at that point. You know, I don't want to give out any specific numbers because it depends on many different factors. But someone who would qualify for our first level of a paid membership, they're probably bringing in $200-300 a month, just on average, and it would cost them $9.95 a month to make this 200 and some odd. So that's why we established the free affiliate program, so that you can begin to make commissions on the personal sales people come to your link and shop. They buy, you get a commission. And that way you start. It's very low barrier to entry. No cost to get in other than maybe the $10 or $12 you buy for that website, the URL name. But we've made it as easy as we can.
Now, in the multi-level marketing structure that you have, like that part of the business that can be, is that a pyramid structure? Is it a binary structure? Like usually there's kind of an organization chart that tells you how it's structured. What is what's the structure of that?
Well, the structure is unlimited width, unlimited depth. It's more like a cube than a pyramid.
Okay.
Or it's like if you can imagine a box with a little ball at the top, and that little ball is you. And this box is all the levels that you have and all the width that you have. So you're going horizontal and vertical, and there's no limit.
Okay. All right. That sounds about right. Okay. So let me ask you this. So
there was one more.
Oh, go ahead. Please. Go ahead.
There's one more area that we want to appeal to, and that's say, and any group, but in particular, nonprofits such as churches, such as groups that help feed homeless people, groups that maintain shelters for victims of domestic violence. Any myriad of, it can even be your city zoo. All of these groups have supporters. They have members and or supporters who regularly contribute money. But what these other people do is not only do they contribute money, but they go off and shop at Amazon, or they'll shop at Best Buy. And the group does not benefit from that. So what we made it possible for, again, starting at no cost, a group could come in and become an affiliate. All of the members and anyone who wanted to support that group could use that group's URL, shop, and the group, the organization, would receive commissions from all of the supporters' purchases.
Okay.
So it provides an excellent way for it kind of leads into the redistribution of wealth. All of the people's purchases then are funneled into this nonprofit or whatever group. It could be a for-profit group, doesn't matter. You're sort of aggregating, you're creating synergy among the members to support the particular group.
That makes a lot of sense. And I've heard of that before, like other organizations that do that. They're kind of like, hey, every time, but usually it's a specific site. Like usually it's not a bunch.
Yeah, like I believe that Amazon has that program, but you have to be a member of Prime in order to take advantage of it. And Prime costs you extra money.
That's true.
You know, nothing's free at Amazon. They think it is, but no. Let's go.
Except for the postage for Amazon.
But anyway, we believe that program, Melanie, especially for groups where people can contribute by doing their everyday shopping and they're supporting their group. And in the case of an economic downturn, and I personally believe, I've heard reports that like the business and several others, Bloomberg and whatnot, that projections are calling for 2019 to 2020 that we could see a stock market pullback anywhere 20, 40%, even worse. And
well, now,
talking about a recession.
that would totally shock me because that, you know, as you probably know, that kind of stock market drop is a crash, not a correction. You know, anything out of 10%. I mean, really, you know, a 20% pullback is absolutely huge. Now, I have not talked to my resident economist, and by resident I mean he's out of Switzerland. His name is Didier Sornet, and he's usually he actually predicted the 2008 crash. He's a professor, an economics professor, an economist who also in his spare time likes to predict disasters through mathematical calculations. Like another uber smart guy, this guy. So
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
But, you know, here's the thing, people who say things like that, you know, when the herd, I call it the crowd or the herd, however you want to describe them, when everybody is saying, oh, economic times are good, they've never been better. Oh, the market is going, we're strong, we're going to keep going. I'm kind of like Warren Buffett. That creeps me out, quite honestly. When everyone is saying good times are here, I'm headed to the nearest foxhole from previous experience. You got to know that if you look back over history, the majority of times, the majority is wrong. They're just plain wrong. And the thing of it is, nobody wants to go on record as saying the sky is falling, you know, other than Chicken Little did it. But us normal folks, we say, why? No, these skies are perfectly blue. Nothing's going to happen. And then here comes the meteor shower.
There is some truth to that. Listen, we're up against the break, but when we come back, I do want to talk about the wealth distribution aspects of your company, because and I would bet that this is probably the area that my audience is most interested in as well. I'm sure you could predictably predict you know, much of my audience and frankly myself positional wealth distribution. So I'd love to hear how it is that XYZ Buys participates in that and your viewpoint on that. You're listening to Money Talk with Melanie. I'm your business diva, Melanie Collette. Our guest today is Mr. Dan Thomas. He is the marketing director at XYZBuys, and we're talking to him about all things XYZBuys and commissioned marketing, et cetera, et cetera. So very excited to talk to him today. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Who likes paying taxes? Nobody. That's why Eva Rosenberg from TaxMama.com wants you to pay less of them. Read Small Business Taxes Made Easy and learn how legally hiring your spouse and children can slash your taxes. Learn how to set up a business plan that minimizes taxes, the benefits of setting up an exit plan, how to avoid getting audited, and how to legally increase your deductible expenses with better record-keeping techniques. Don't let the IRS squeeze you out of every penny. Visit TaxMama.com. Click on Ask a Tax Question to get free answers to your tax and business questions. That's TaxMama.com.
My name is David Barnett. I've been helping people buy and sell small and medium-sized businesses since 2008. So far this year, I've gone on 5 vacations. It's because I've got my own business. When you get tired of being managed by someone else and you decide that business ownership is right for you without the risk of starting your own unproven enterprise, then come over to businessbuyeradvantage.com. There are over 100 YouTube videos on buying and selling businesses that you can watch for free. That's businessbuyeradvantage.com.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, it's Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show. Also one of the owners here at the SHR Media Network. Are you opinionated? Have you ever wanted to do your own show? Have you ever heard somebody like the Sackheads and go, yeah, I could probably do that better? Well, now's your chance. Send me a 5-minute clip at sackheadsradio@gmail.com, and maybe you could be part of the SHR broadcast. sackheadsradio@gmail.com.
It's your business diva here, Melanie Collette. I am inviting you to a front row seat as I discuss some of the most intriguing details of wealth and finance with today's movers and shakers in the world of business. Listen in and discover financial truths on a global, domestic, and household scale. Uncover topics that will impact your wallet today and in the future. Money Talk with Melanie airs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. You can't afford to miss it.
Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch River Common Sense Show hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else. So consider this your fair warning.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Sackheads Radio Show. Check us out every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Network.
And this is Sackhead Clint, is the best looking one of the bunch. It's my duty to remind you to check us out on our YouTube channel.
And don't forget to check us out on the SHR Media Facebook page. The best looking one? Really? You gotta go there.
Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, right here on the SHR
Voters' Choice.
Media
I have the award.
Welcome back. You're listening to Money Talk with Melanie. I'm your business diva, Melanie Collette, and my guest today is Mr. Dan Thomas. He's the marketing director from XYZBuys, and we're talking to him about wealth distribution through commissioned marketing. So early in the show, we discussed what exactly it is that XYZBuys does, and if you missed it, please make sure you go back and listen to the podcast. And we also talked a little bit about just the value of what they do through affiliate marketing. And before the break, I asked Dan about the wealth distribution aspect of his business. And unfortunately, we were chatting a little bit before the show, and I didn't get a chance to give him like the full situation, if you will, about my show, that I was a really, really Christian conservative, and of course fiscally conservative as well. And I didn't get to. I wanted to ask him, but we were having some sound issues that we needed to work out. But I was trying to ask him about what the perspective was. So this will be, usually that's part of the prep, but this will also be a surprise to me. So when he explains. So Dan, please do explain the wealth distribution aspect of the business.
Okay. Well, the wealth distribution comes from looking at the difference between what we're doing now. In other words, you go, say, to Best Buy or to some online store and you buy a product. You send them money, they send you a product done. Very rarely do you get money coming back, especially from the collective buying power of other people. With our program, wealth redistribution means that you are able to aggregate the purchasing power of other people, and you are able to receive money from that activity. You are leveraging the purchasing power of other people.
Okay.
And by doing so, that returns money. See, money, the whole economy, the strength of the economy is in the momentum of funds changing hands. I buy something from you, you buy something from someone else, and the money just keeps bouncing around. Now, as long as it bounces around in a controlled path and a speed, a certain speed, that makes for a firm, sound economy. If it gets going too fast, well, it's called inflation. If we stop buying or we cut back on our buying, well, then that causes recession. So somewhere in the middle is this optimized speed and momentum of money changing hands. And what we are attempting to do is have the money that goes out, have the money coming back to people so they can spend it on other things. There's more money available for spending.
Okay, I'm absorbing.
And in the case,
go ahead.
In the case, let's go to the case of the nonprofit. Let's say that you are running a shelter that helps feed homeless people. You have, say, 10,000 supporters. They occasionally send you contributions and whatnot. But those 10,000 people, right after they send you a contribution, they go off to Best Buy or to Amazon, or they go to XYZBuys and they purchase a product. They buy TV sets, cologne, vitamins, you name it. Okay, you as the executive director are not seeing any benefit from your supporters' buying habits. Okay, they're purchasing. Whereas if they did it through XYZBuys, you would see that, because you would see funds now coming into your organization that did not go to the merchants. The merchants, in a sense, pushed the money to your organization. It did not come out anymore out of the people who were doing the buying. They don't know the difference. It's transparent. And that puts more money in that you could then use to purchase food, medicines, pay for counseling services, to help people. That's just a very small example. As far as an individual goes, isn't it interesting to me that businesses diversify where they derive their income? In other words, they don't just do one business line. They're in multiple lines.
Of course, right.
Okay. Well, why is it that it's okay for a company to do that, but an individual who works for a company, that's the only income that company wants that individual to have? Companies don't like for you to work for 2 or 3 different companies.
True.
They want you only working for them.
True.
Okay, well, what happens when you lose your job due to a layoff or downsizing? Or let's face it, you have to take a salary cut. The person is hit hard. But if they had a part-time business or, like a secondary income where they have people that they're leveraging the purchasing power of people under them, it's coming to them. Now they are somewhat insulated from downsizing, from layoffs, salary reductions, benefit cuts.
Oh, sure. And I would suggest that entrepreneurial activities as a whole will do that.
Sure.
On the whole will do that. I mean, that's kind of like the point and purpose, right, of entrepreneurship. Exactly. Or getting a side hustle, like a lot of people have them. Let me ask you this. From a business perspective, and if I'm getting into intellect, come on, Melanie, you can say intellectual. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. If you can,
I was trying to figure out how to say it.
Right. Unless I'm getting into intellectual property issues, I'm sure you'll let me know. But my question was going to be, so on the XYZBuys side, how do you all make your money?
Well, we make our money from, we are able to obtain products at a certain price. We sell them at a certain price. And what we did is we took the profit and we distribute the profits that we make so that we are able to provide a stable system. And the profits are what pays the commissions. So we do not get into a loss where we build this wonderful system and then we go broke. So we provide stability of income, and then we negotiate for the various prices that we get based on volume that we are able to channel. And with all of our distributors, are really our affiliates, our retail purchasing customers, then we get certain price breaks that we pass along. We don't pass along 100% of it, but we pass along the majority to our affiliates, and we run a lean operation, much like Amazon does or used to.
Come on now.
I love Amazon. They're great. Jeff Bezos has done just a miraculous job of putting together an ecosystem, if you will, and it's an example to others. And we can follow. We're not going to put them out of business. If anything, we're going to help them because we're going to bring them customers, and they will reward us with paying us a commission to bring customers, and then we pass that on to our customers, our affiliates. We retain a little bit for our profit, and everybody makes money. See,
and you help them. You help them redistribute the wealth, but not the way the government does.
Something like that.
not the same way that the government likes to do. I'm sorry, I had to take that shot. My audience would not have forgiven me if I had not said that. No, I'm kidding. But it's true. But that's actually really good to know. When I saw that at first, I was like, this is going to be really interesting. I want to know what is going on with this. But that's excellent. So tell my audience, we're about to close the show in about another minute or two. Tell the audience how it is that they can take advantage of XYZBuys.
Okay. Well, immediately how you could do it is go to the site, go to XYZBuys.net or .us or .biz. Either of the three. All roads lead to XYZBuys. Come in, just take a look around. See what we have to offer. Go into the shopping links, which is our mall affiliate stores, and see what all we have. I mean, we've got about 125 of them. You get a good idea of what the mall looks like. And then feel free to come back and bring your friends and just shop all day and all night. We love it. We're open 24/7.
There you go. That's true. You said bring your friends. That's too funny. And I did put the link in the chat. And if anybody wants to get in touch with you, I always have other radio hosts watching my show. Why? Probably to figure out what not to do. So if anybody else would like to get in touch with you, how would they do that?
They can send an email to support services, all one word, at xyzbuys.com. Include their name, any general comments they want to make, and give a phone number where either I could call back or the owner, Joe Marco, can call back. We also have some sales managers that work with us that will get back to them.
I love it.
That would probably be the easiest way.
I love it. Well, I want to thank you so much for doing the show, particularly on a Friday night at 5. I know that's rough.
Oh, no, listen, it's a perfect way to start the weekend, Melanie, and I appreciate being a guest.
You're very kind. Thank you so much, and I hope you'll be back.
Oh, I'd love to.
Indeed. You guys are listening to Money Talk with Melanie. I am your business diva, Matt. I want to make sure that I say before I go, first of all, I want to thank you guys for watching, for listening on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio, for downloading my shows and putting up with my insane schedule when I do a re-air. You guys absolutely, totally rock. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I'm over 1,000 now, which is really nice. I can't do a Kim Kardashian style, get 20,000 followers the way she did it. So I'm just, a little at a time. But I do appreciate you guys following me on @MoneyTalkMel. If you're really adventurous and want to follow my political musings on @NJGOPDiva, feel free to do that on Twitter. And every other piece of social media there is, Money Talk with Melanie is there. So I appreciate every single one of you, and I honestly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Remember that all of this is very important because after all, it's your money.